Alright, this is SSL Family Dad with Simple Suburban Living, and today I'm going to take you through just building some real simple shelves. This is going to actually start a series on food storage. We plan on having a lot more production this year in our outdoor gardens. We've got the aquaponics system. We've also gotten into making a lot more homemade items here at the home. So we're going to be storing flour and sugar and more bulk items like that, as well as grains and things as well. So this will be a storage area for both dry goods and for canned goods. So what I'm going to do is, in this little area here, this is just a small area underneath our stairs, and I'm going to turn this into kind of a temperature and humidity controlled area where we can, do long-term food storage. I'm going to be enclosing this area with drywall on the outside, building some shelves here on the inside, installing a small humidity control unit to keep our humidity under 15% in this area, and as far as temperature goes, in our basement here, we're at about 65 degrees year-round, so we don't really have to worry about temperature control. That's really at a good temperature for long-term food storage. So I'll go ahead and take you in here and just show you what we're doing to get the shelves started, and then we'll have future videos on the rest of the implementations here. So the first thing I want to figure out here is kind of how big I want the shelves to be, and there's going to be a lot of variety of different packaging and things like that on these shelves, but I want them to at least be able to handle 4 of these larger mason jars. So I'm looking at about 15 inches. I'm going to add an extra inch onto that shelf just so I can put a little runner in the front so that they don't fall off the front or back. Maybe a ½ inch little runner across the front and back of the shelf. So just to add a little extra space there, I'm going to do a total of 16 inches on all these shelves. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is just get my end supports put on. And I've already marked over 16 inches for these. Okay, so in this case I'm just going to be putting a support along the back of each stud here. So this support will be the back support. I will also put a front support in there, and then I'm just going to put plywood right on top. So it's going to be a square box I'm making basically that's going to be in here. And I'm going to do that all the way around the corner, and then I'll do that for each layer. So it's just going to be a lot of repeating the same process here. So I'm just going to get my first support put in the back here, and we'll just keep working our way around. Okay, so I'm into the corner here of the shelf, and I'm trying to do this as open as possible and to be as strong as possible. So I'm going to do a little bit of a joint here between these two. Now I could just extend this one over right and do a butt joint and just nail it in from the end, but that's not going to be quite as strong. So what I'm going to try to do is actually notch both of these 2x4s out so they'll fit nicely together, and that'll give me a real strong corner here. If I have to, I'll put a little leg on the bottom, because my bottom shelf is going to be where all the heaviest stuff is going to be. So but I'm going to go ahead and notch these out and see how they fit together. Now I'm just using OSB, ½ inch OSB for the shelves here for 2 reasons. Number one, it's just what I had laying around. Number two, it's the cheapest piece of board you can practically buy. OSB is not good if you're using it outdoor, or it's going to get wet or anything like that. But this should be fine for our little shelves in here, especially since we're going to keep this room nice and dry. So I'll just be using cheap OSB for all of these shelves. Okay, so just kind of give you a better tour of what the back looks around the corner, because I can't really get the good camera on the tripod in there very well. But we just have most of our just groceries, any pantry items down here right now. Not a lot of emergency food storage stuff, but like I said at the beginning, the way I kind of designed it was I've got the shelves on the bottom here that are large enough for the emergency storage buckets, 5 or 6 gallon, and then moving up here I've got a larger shelf that would be good for the half-gallon or larger size canning jars, the big mouth ones for pickles and juice and stuff like that. And then I've got a shelf here that's perfectly sized for the regular size mason jars, the quart I think they are. And then up at the top here, canned goods and smaller mason jars like the jelly jars and stuff like that. So, but everything will fit in here really well. I've got stuff spaced out quite a bit right now. There's not a lot of food in here, but you could fit quite a bit of food in here. So, and just to show you around the corner, this kind of goes back, and on the bottom shelf there, there's a bunch of room. This goes back about 4 feet. So you've got a really large area, again, for a lot of emergency storage buckets or other things like that. We could also put bags of flour and sugar and things like that down here as well. Sorry about the light here. And then a couple smaller shelves going up the area where the stairs are, so kind of a smaller type area. Sorry, focus is out there. So just kind of built the shelves right up to the stairs. Alright, well that pretty much wraps it up for the first part of the food storage series that we'll be doing here. All the shelving units are completed inside, so this area is now usable, but it's still quite a bit of work to do. I'm going to be adding a wall to the front of this and a door. I'm going to be drywalling around the outside of these walls here to enclose this area, putting some moisture sealant on the cement, probably painting these shelves, as well as running some electricity into this area, and putting a small light and an outlet for a very low power dehumidifier that will help keep the moisture down in this area. So I'm going to be making improvements to this in increments here, and so I'll keep those videos rolling out as they become available. So if you'd like to check that out, please subscribe to the channel and follow along. We'd love to have you. But this area is usable, and we'll be using it for kind of our everyday pantry items, things we buy on sale or in bulk. We'll be putting those down here in this area. It's a great way to kind of utilize this extra space underneath the stairs, and I'm really happy with the way it turned out so far. So this will also be used down the road for more emergency food storage. I'm thinking that the area I have here should be able to at least get us a 30-day supply of food, throughout what we have here, as well as some emergency food easily for our family of 5. So there's lots of room in the area here to support that much food at least. So, but as always, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please hit that thumbs up button along the bottom there. That really does make a big difference for us. I always appreciate that. If you have any comments or questions, please throw those down below. I'd love to have answer any questions you have, or take any feedback or comments that you have if you're doing something similar to this. Also, check us out on our blog at www.simplesuburbanliving.com. We're also available on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and all the other social media sites that are out there. I'll put links to those in the description, so head down there and check those things out. Also put some links to some of the tools and items that I use you may have seen along the video here. They're Amazon Associate links for any of those tools that you're interested in checking into. There'll be links to those in the description as well. So, as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one.